For many students going to university, they can develop a number of mind and emotional issues, and it can be the most incredibly difficult time. All the students have come from various backgrounds which also impact their ability to adapt. You might be struggling or even know someone who is. If so, this video will suggest some possible solutions. Over the many years that I've been helping people with the mind and emotional issues and problems, I've had both parents and students come to me for help with their issues, which basically have been caused by being at university. The reasons can be extremely varied, and I cannot possibly cover them all here. What I seek to do here is to simply generalise some of the problems that arise and some of the possible ways of thinking and some of the practical steps that you can take that actually will help if you apply them. You might be feeling pressure from your parents. There could be any number of sources where pressure is coming from. When you started out at school, you had all the security that you knew who you were, where you fitted in. You might even feel that in, for example, higher education, that you're surrounded with other students that seem more capable, no idea who you are and where you fit in with them. Feeling not good enough even, sometimes feeling perhaps vulnerable, insecure, and struggling to make new friends. Some pressures you're aware of, like being able to keep up, for example, or even pass the tests, meet the deadlines, and understand everything that's being taught. Often there can be parental pressure, both economic and comparative, and some pressures that simply are unconscious or even self-imposed. Here's a few basic pointers that I hope will help you. 1. Structure your time. It's so easy to get distracted by the partying, the social media and the social gatherings. It's about getting the balance right. Yeah, keep in touch with people, be involved with some of what's going on. But if you place your study and assignments first, you're actually helping yourself in the long term. 2. Family contact. Whatever the situation, having contact with them, your family, and even close friends in some cases, at regular times is immensely important to maintaining emotional health, provided of course they too are very supportive. 3. Ask for help. Remember, ultimately universities need good results from their pupils. They pass the pressure back down the line. Ask your tutor if you need that little bit of extra help or understanding. Often universities, colleges, higher education situations, there usually is a counsellor that can help you, or even tell your parents. You could even, if you're one of those that are succeeding and taking stuff in really easily, you can actually help someone else perhaps who's struggling. The best way to learn after all is to teach. 4. Forget about your ego. Be your own best friend. Avoid suffering in silence through fear of being judged. 5. Separate out the issues. Thinking about your problem in one huge great big lump can be overwhelming, and you might feel helpless. Write down each problem one by one. Concentrate on each problem individually to the exclusion of any others in your list. Then, being constructive, write down all the things that you can do to solve that particular problem yourself. Next, and separately, list out all of the outside resources that you have available to help you and how they can help you individually. Often it can be helpful to have a friend or a family member that you know that won't judge you to go through it. And they might even have their own ideas that you haven't thought of, or solutions or other ways of looking at things that will actually help you to put things in perspective and feel less overwhelmed. 6. Tidy up. This may sound really stupid, but being surrounded by clutter makes it so much harder. It is a very simple thing to do, but it can make a massive difference to how you feel and how much more relaxed you might be in that environment. 7. Set goals, both for the short-term and the longer-term projects. Split the longer-term projects down into shorter achievable steps. Make a plan. This can make things far less pressurized and more manageable. 8. Step back. Most people find themselves completely overwhelmed in detail. Sometimes just stepping back and looking at the bigger picture can take the pressure off. Even asking someone else their advice on the bigger picture can sometimes put things back in perspective. By using some or all of these methods, you can begin to get control back and avoid those feelings of overwhelm and helplessness. I hope that you found some of this stuff useful. Now, I've helped many students and parents over the years and can certainly help you too. All you need to do is just contact me for more details. There is another source of inspiration that can often be found on places like YouTube, and I'm sure that with a little bit of exploration you can find many stories of individuals who've struggled against all the odds and survived and succeeded. I personally believe that everyone should help each other and support each other. Isn't every man for themselves? And sometimes, if you're one of those lucky ones that find it really easy to learn and you understand things, there are others in your group that may be struggling, or your class or set that might be struggling. Sometimes giving them that little bit of help will not only make you feel good for helping someone, but it's also a great way to learn. As I said before, teaching is a great way to learn. So I hope that you found something of use in this video. There are other videos on this channel that you or someone you know might well benefit from. There'll be more videos soon, so do please feel free just to take a look, and collectively I hope that you find a way to live the life you deserve. You can find all of my information in the description below.